Brexit. Brexit sums up the whole process of the album. Brexit was the first thing that I asked from Robert, and Robert delivered, and I paid Robert, and so we had the uh, the format for working. It was good. We proved that we could do it, and then Brexit, of course, I asked for that rhythm back in 2016, of course, but it would have been October or November. And I had been to England, London, and I'd been playing on the streets, and I was improvising. You see, what I like about being in London is playing on the streets in London is the psychology of playing on it. I know what I'm doing, you know. I make sure that I read the Evening Standard the night before and the Metro that same morning, and you see what's on the headlines and what is the story, and you just kind of like get yourself into it a little, and then you find any beat, you know, usually the beat that the rhythm that Burning Spear plays. You know, Burning Spear had that chord progression that has made him countless of albums, like countless of songs. Do you remember the days of slavery? One chord. He's a two chord artist, right? So you just get into that groove, that Burning Spear groove, and then the world is your oyster, the whole universe is yours. Find the theme. Remember what the headline said today and stick on that and sing. So I happened to be in London at the time of Brexit when they had just voted in favor of it. And I was improvising on the street, and obviously it had been a while because it got to the point of where, you know, the guys who had started it and making all the noise about it kind of like fled away from it. You know, first of all, Cameron kind of like quit, and then Boris, who had also been making a lot of noise, he also kind of like went quiet, and I was like, what the fuck? So I'd be jamming and say, yes, da 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 da, and build a lie, and or something, da 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 da, and you tell a lie. When I say tell a lie, the people say, tell a lie, you know, because people are gathering around me. I started out by singing the chorus, you know, kick it, Brexit, we fix it in the mix. Oh, kick it, it's Brexit, we fix it in the mix. Sorry, let me just, you know. And so the people caught on because I'm standing at Old Street Station at the platform, and the people waiting on the train, and they're around me, and they say, hey, hold on, he's singing about Brexit. So I get a big crowd of people, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter what the problem is. We know it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna fix it in the mix. We're gonna kick it. You know, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and that's the vibe I was trying to say. And then I start to vent my anger, and I say, yeah, whatever, motherfucker, and they left us. They tell a lie, and the people go, tell a lie, and I say, and then they run away and left us high and dry, and the people go high and dry, and I was like, whoa, this song. I said, this song, yeah, this idea, man, work with this idea. So as soon as I got back to Denmark, I'm on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, Robert, man, please, my brother, fix me this beat. And Robert hears it. Didn't take long, man. Robert sent it to me. But Lord, did it take long before I found the lyrics for this thing. You know, Brexit is a fucking saga. This thing went up, down, in, out, everywhere. Deal, no deal. Next thing you know, who's up there? And all of a sudden, there's this woman, my girl here. She comes along. She's thinking she's the next Margaret Thatcher. And oh my God, this thing goes up, down, in, outside, whatever, mutiny. Oh my Lord, it just gets ugly, the opposition, another election. So in the meantime, we have Grenfell Tower, and we have Windrush, and we have deportations. I'm like, you know, and everything started because of them bombing Syria and bombing Libya. So now refugees are coming through, and Africans are coming through, you know, and England is like, hey, hold on, what's the policy in the EU? And nobody cares about immigration policy there, and it cause a confusion to say, hey, no, we're gonna block this, and then so in essence, I'm sitting with a situation that that looks like it is a British thing and it's a British anti-Europe thing, but in reality, the truth of it, it is a colonialist thing because the colonials and the imperialists don't want to really take responsibility for their colonialism and imperialism, right? And and that's in different ways. And at the same time, it's a situation that is happening because our own leaders in Africa do not know how to retain our people and to keep our people. And why don't they do that? Oh, because development programs in Africa are based on some idiots in Harvard who dream them up because it fits their books and their narrative. And so Africa is stitched up again with some foolish, idiotic way of spending money, wasting money. And I said, damn. So after so many options, so many ideas of lyrics, I felt this, in the end, it was just like when I came to record it, and I said, let me find the lyrics. Let me pull up the last lyrics that I had, and let me go, because I wrote them about maybe a year and a half earlier, maybe 2 years. I said, pull them up, and let me get to chatting on them, on the rhythm. I looked at them and I read them and I just went, ugh. Like, this is so yesterday. Nobody even remembers. I know it's important. Like, it's so sad to think of it, right? That Grenfell Tower. Nobody remembers it, but still, it's bad news because remember, Brexit was really huge news, and then after Brexit, we got the whole Greta Thunberg, which was the whole climate thing, and then came Corona. So by the time we're talking, but it was old news. By the time Corona came, Brexit was old news. It wasn't as big a fucking deal as it used to be. So when I'm looking at Grenfell Tower, I'm like, they would be even wondering, what am I talking about? You know? So, but all the while I've been telling Robert, I can't record anything on it. This song is gonna have its right time at some point. Only to come full circle and realize that, hey, the only thing you can say about this thing is what the Rasta elders have been saying from the very beginning. It's simple and clear. We see the depths of corruption, so the only thing you can say right here is, come out to England, come out to Babylon, Brexit, I go dread. My spirit just felt, so I started to write those lyrics, and I thought melody-wise, it came immediately. Come out of England. Immediately, what came in my mind was Mutabaruka. It's not good to stay in a white man country too long. I was like, wow, yeah, this is the one. And so I knew it was going to have to be in Patois. And the melody again, Muta uses it too. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. I said, that's the one. So I used that for the verse and I just kept it simple and clear. And it's a jovial beat, which reminds you of how Sky used to be serious, but at the same time, the music was upbeat. Like a song like Could You Be Loved is a dread, is a serious song. Could you be loved and be loved? But it means that you can love so much that people betray you and kill you and crucify you. That's what it really is. Could you be loved and be loved? You are loved, but then you are loved. So you have these happy songs with a serious message, and I was happy. I said, yes, this is a happy song with a serious message. We got it. We simplify it. So I like the second verse, and I like London's what I know. I don't know about Birmingham. So when it comes to Birmingham, I'm thinking, what Birmingham? What now? Birmingham? What do I know? Only thing I know about Birmingham within this context now would be Steel Pulse. Steel Pulse just won a Grammy, and I'm like, great, beautiful. Oh, but Steel Pulse can tour. And And the best thing when you tour is if you have a Grammy, man, definitely you can tour because if these people got a Grammy, they should tour. You know, they can't because of Corona. So we all on lockdown. So even if we say come out of England, come out of Babylon, we're locked down because even Steel Pulse can't go on tour. Dread, dread. Okay. So number 10 is not fresh again. You know, number 10, now after all the people been coming through number 10, Downing Street I'm talking about. You know, who let the dogs out? You know, the degeneration of politicians, the quality, the caliber. Who let the dogs out? The dons can't dance. The dons, who's the dons? That would be Boris. He can't dance. And now I'm referring to Teresa because Teresa tried to do her dance, right? But still, I'm trying to say that look, at least with Teresa, the deal did have a chance. You know, the Brexit had a chance. You know, but I'm dismissing them all regardless. You know, it's the same to me. If I'm coming out of slavery, if we come from slavery and we still have not got the compensation for that, but the slave owners got compensation for it, then it's all the same to me. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, the queen must pay rent because Jah is the ruler of earth government. So we all owe God rent. So even if you're the queen, you must pay rent to God, which means that all the money that come to the queen, you know, God, the queen must put it aside to really look out for the people. You know, because the people are God. The voice of the Lord is the voice of the people is the voice of the Almighty. You know, and that's the songs. That's Brexit for you, and that's how I break it down. You know. So when it comes to me now, Brexit is more like black people exiting UK. So it's more like Exodus, you know. It's Exodus movement of Jah people. We're leaving Babylon. We're going to our father's land, you know. Those are the songs on Reggae Remedy.